Hello my dear children. So let's continue with the chapter capacitor we started last time. And in the class today we will study combination of capacitors and we will study capacitance of a partially filled capacitor. So let's begin with combination of capacitors. Children, you are already familiar with series and parallel combination. What is series combination technically? Listen, every device has two connections, two ends. So every electrical device has two terminals. One is said 1, the other is called as 2. Well, when one of a device is connected with two of other, and if the process continue, it is called series combination. And if all ones of the devices are connected together and twos are connected together, then it is called as parallel combination. So if one of a device is connected with two of other and the process continues, it is series combination. If all ones connected together and all twos connected together, for as many devices, all of them are said to be in parallel. Well, these are two capacitors. The capacitance of the capacitors are C1 and C2. They are connected in series. Well, this is the battery. The potential difference across whose terminal is V. This is positive terminal, this is negative terminal. Since this is positive electrode, therefore this plate of the capacitor, which is directly connected with positive electrode, will have charge plus Q. Well, if this will have charge plus Q, then this plate, which is just opposite of it, will have minus Q charge produced because of induction over conductor. If this is minus Q, here the charge will be what? Plus Q, and here the charge is going to be what? Minus Q. So what is happening? Well, the value of charge over all the capacitors connected in series is same. If there is one more capacitor, even over this capacitor, the charge would remain what? Q, that is plus Q here and minus Q here. So whatever may be the number of capacitors connected in series, over every capacitor will have same value of charge over plates, plus Q and minus Q. So value of charge over all the capacitor connected in series remains same. Whereas the value of potential is distributed. Well, what is potential difference between the plate here? It is Q upon C1. Potential difference here is what? Q upon C2. And potential difference here is going to be what? Yeah, V3 is going to be Q upon C3. So this potential V is distributed as V1 plus V2 plus V3 if there are three capacitors. What is overall potential? Overall potential is V, and if Q charge is drawn from the cell, see this charge, you cannot make an arrow for the charge. Well, if Q charge is drawn from the battery, the same value of charge stays over each and every plate of the capacitor connected in series. So V, overall voltage, is what? Overall charge upon overall capacitance, and that overall capacitance is equivalent capacitance. What is V1? V1 is Q upon C1. What is V2? Q upon C2. And what is V3? Q upon C3. You can see that Q comes out common and cancels out. So what is C equivalent? The equivalent capacitance for capacitor connected in series is what? 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. This is equivalent capacitance for three capacitors connected in series. If there are two capacitors, it is 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. And if there are n number of capacitors, it is what? The sum is going to be 1 up to 1 upon Cn. So what is equivalent capacitance of capacitors connected in series? Equivalent capacitance for capacitor connected in series is what? Inverse of sum of their inverses. Inverse of sum of their inverses is equivalent capacitance. There are two situations which I am going to work out here. Situation 1. See, if there are two capacitors C1 and C2 connected in series, then what is equivalent? Equivalent is going to be 1 upon C equivalent is 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. And if we solve it, what do we get? C equivalent is what? C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2. So what is equivalent of two capacitors connected in series? C1 C2 upon C1 plus C2. And how do we recollect it? We recollect it as product upon sum. So what is equivalent? Product upon sum. And if you know this result, you will find out the answer in 0 time, and the answer would always be accurate. Suppose there are two capacitors of capacitance, say 3 microfarad and 6 microfarad connected in series. What is their equivalent? Their equivalent is going to be what? Product upon sum. What is product? 6 3s are 18, and what is sum? 9. 18 upon 9 is what? 2 microfarad is their equivalent. So for two capacitors connected in series, you have to use the result of equivalent capacitance as what? Product upon sum. And the other result, which is again very important and very simple, is what? If all capacitors are identical, C1, C2, C3 and so on, if all capacitors are identical, then what is C equivalent? C equivalent is going to be what? C upon n, value of 1 divided by their number. So remember these two results. For two capacitors, the equivalent is product upon sum, and for n number of identical capacitors, the equivalent is what? Value of 1 divided by n, their number. What is parallel combination? In parallel combination, the capacitors are connected like this. This is capacitor number 1. Say this is capacitor number 2. They are connected in parallel. There may be more than 2, 3. Say this is capacitor number 3 also connected. So all these capacitors are in parallel combination. Why are they in parallel combination? Because ones of all are connected together and twos of all are connected together. Well, this is the potential difference across the terminals of the battery, which is connected here. This is positive electrode and this is negative electrode. Well, what happens? The charge Q, which is drawn from the battery, now is moving over these 3 plates. If there are 3 plates, 3 capacitors connected in parallel. So this charge is going to be distributed over all 3 capacitors, and all the 3 capacitors will have their left plate having positive charges with positive charge over them. So all these capacitors will have their left plate with positive charges over them. This will have Q1. If it is Q1, then this plate will have how much charge? Minus Q1. If this plate has charge Q2, then this plate will have how much charge? Minus Q2. If this plate has charge what? Plus Q3, then this plate will have how much charge? Minus Q3. So charge Q, which is drawn from the battery, is divided or distributed. What about potential difference? Potential difference across all the capacitor remains same or constant. Why it remains same constant? Because all the capacitors are connected individually across the same source. See, the 2 terminals of this capacitor are connected across the same battery. The 2 terminals of this capacitor, they are also connected across the same battery. These 2 terminals are also connected across the same battery. So all the devices connected in parallel across any source get the same value of voltage that you are already familiar with. All the electrical connections at your places, in your home, they all are in parallel combination. So V across all the devices is same. V potential difference here, potential difference here, potential difference here. Now this Q is divided as Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So what is overall charge? Overall charge is going to be overall capacitance, that is equivalent capacitance into potential difference V. What is Q1? This Q1 is going to be C1 into V. This Q2 is going to be C2 into V. This Q3 is going to be what? C3 into V. So if we write here C1V, this is C2V and this is C3V, then what do we see? This V comes out common and cancels out. What is C equivalent? Equivalent is C1 plus C2 plus C3. So if the capacitors are connected in parallel, well, the equivalent capacitance is simple sum of the capacitances of all capacitors connected in parallel. This is very simple result. No particular situations are required. So equivalent capacitance is simple sum. Now children, let us find out the equivalent capacitance of a partially filled capacitor. What is partially filled capacitor? A capacitor is said to be partially filled when a part of the space in between the plate is filled with dielectric and other part is what? Empty. So these are 2 plates of capacitor having surface area A each, and in between the 2 plates the whole space is neither empty nor completely filled. A part of the space from here to here, whose thickness is T, is filled with dielectric, and this is what is air or free space. So this is partially filled capacitor, and we are going to work out its capacitance. Now this capacitor which is here shown hung in the air is never hung like this. It is either shifted left or it is shifted towards right. Okay, let us shift it towards left. When we shift it towards left, we get the diagram like this. These are the two plates of capacitor. This space from here to here, whose thickness is T, is filled with dielectric, and the other part of the capacitor, which is empty, has a distance between the two plates as D minus T. This is T, this is D minus T. Now we know capacitance in the medium due to surface charge distribution is what? Sigma upon, due to two parallel surface charge distribution, electric field in the medium is sigma upon epsilon naught K, and if it is free space, then the electric field is sigma upon epsilon naught. Sigma is surface charge density. So due to two parallel surface charge distributions, electric field is in the medium given by this relation, and in the free space it is given by this relation, and this electric field is constant. And it is because of the fact that electric field is constant, the potential difference in any part of the space, if there is constant electric field, then potential difference across any thickness of that medium where constant electric field exists is the product of electric field intensity and distance d. So potential difference across distance d in an electric field E is E into d, and we are going to use this relation here. Now see, what is potential difference between these two plates? Potential difference between these two plates is going to be sum total of potential difference here, that is V1, and potential difference here, that is V2. So sum total of V1 and V2 is the overall potential difference between the two plates, and that is what is V is equal to V1 plus V2. This V1 is going to be what? Electric field here into this distance T, that is E into T, and this potential difference V2 here is going to be what? Electric field here into the distance D minus T. Yeah. What is E? E is sigma upon epsilon naught K. T is written as it is. E naught is sigma upon epsilon naught D minus T. Well, sigma is Q upon A. Q upon A. So we write for sigma Q upon A and take out epsilon naught common. The sigma upon epsilon naught is taken as common, and for sigma we write epsilon Q upon epsilon naught. Q upon A. So Q upon A epsilon naught, in the bracket we get T upon K plus D minus T. Now if we change the side of V from here to here, we'll have to change all these sides. This has to go up, and this will have to come down. This will have to come down. So what do we get? Q upon V is equal to epsilon naught. This whole quantity has to go what? Down. Well, Q upon V is going to be epsilon naught A upon D minus T plus T upon K. We can also write it as epsilon naught A D minus T. We take minus T as common, so we get 1 here, and we get here minus 1 upon K. So this is the capacitance of partially filled parallel plate capacitor. Well, there is another way we can work it out. So what is that? Alternate derivation. I hope this derivation is clear, but there is one very simple derivation which you can work out, since you have just learned series and parallel combination. In this alternate method, we are going to use the result of series combination. See, this dielectric can be shifted towards left. If it is shifted towards left, the diagram looks like this. So from here to here is a capacitor. We can break it down into two capacitors connected in series. One capacitor from here to here, another capacitor from here to here. So if you break it down into two capacitors, we get a capacitor like this. See, this was the capacitor. This part is filled with dielectric. Remember, this is T, and this distance is what? D minus T. Surface area of the plate is A. Here dielectric is K, and here K is equal to 1. Now it can be broken down into two capacitors, one from here to here and other from here to here. This is called series cleavage. What do we call this as? Series cleavage. This is completely filled with dielectric. Surface area of all the plate is same. K here is 1. Distance between the plate here is what? T, and here it is what? D minus T. And what is capacitance of a capacitor? Capacitance of a capacitor is epsilon naught K, the dielectric constant, into A, the area of the plates, upon separation between the plate. So capacitance of this capacitor is going to be what? Capacitance of this capacitor is going to be epsilon naught, dielectric constant K, A is the area of plate, upon distance between the plate is what? T. What is capacitance of this capacitor? Capacitance of this capacitor is going to be epsilon naught, dielectric constant is 1, A the area of plate, upon distance between the plate is what? D minus T. Since these two are in series, so what is their equivalent? Their equivalent is going to be, yes, the equivalent is going to be what? Product upon sum. Product upon sum. We know C1, we know C2. Let us substitute this, and what do we get? When we substitute this and solve it, what do we get? Epsilon naught K A by T, epsilon naught A by D minus T. This is product upon sum. That is epsilon naught Ka by T plus epsilon naught A by T. You just solve it. The common terms epsilon naught A will cancel out. And once we solve it, what do we get? We get C equivalent as epsilon naught A upon D minus T in bracket 1 minus 1 upon K. Just so simple is the derivation. Its capacitance is this, its capacitance is this, they are in series, the equivalent is what? Product upon sum. Or you can use 1 upon C equivalent is 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2. Just substitute the values, solve it, and you will get this answer. The formula of equivalent capacitance of partially filled capacitor. So with this we come to the end of today's class. We will continue the same chapter in the next class. Thank you very much. God bless you all.